Buckle, what do I do if it's my first time serving in kids ministry?
You're watching this episode of the podcast because we're looking at what to do in the kids' room. Hey, Buckle here. Welcome to another episode of Practical Kids Ministry, our podcast. It's all about equipping you to be the most incredible kids leader in the room. Whether you're serving for the first time, you're a newbie, or maybe you've been serving forever and ever, we're going to have practical tips to help you be effective and efficient and love serving as well, which is kind of cool. Now, last week we finished a series called 5 Foundations of Kids Ministry. If you haven't watched those episodes, head over to lmnetwork.com.au/podcast. URL's down there for those watching on the video version, and go watch those episodes. They're going to help you. They are sort of the foundation to everything Kids Min. So even if this is your first week serving in kids ministry, we'd love you to watch them first. It just helps you get your head around sort of the foundational elements of what we are meant to do. But today, we're starting a 2-week series where we're going to unpack I'm new to kids, or I serve in kids. Help me do a good job. We're going to be hyper-practical around that.
Love it.
But before we get into the episode, we are Link Ministries Network. We produce kids curriculum for churches and for schools, and we give our program away to churches at the moment because we don't want money to be a barrier. And so we'd love you to consider supporting us. You can find out more about that. We'll talk about it at the end of the episode, but on that same URL, you can find a donate button. So please consider buying us a coffee so that we can keep presenting the gospel to a digital generation in a really cost-effective way for churches, which is kind of fun. We love giving stuff away. We're sort of crazy like that, aren't we?
We love it. We love it.
My name is Buckle. I'm the founder and CEO of Link Ministries Network. This is Noah. He's our general manager. How you doing today, mate?
I'm doing really good, Buckle. I'm super excited to unpack this topic. And as Buckle said, the first 5 episodes, they will empower you. So go back. Do not miss them. But this one, I'm super pumped to go like, hey, what do I do?
What do I do? So these next 2 weeks are going to be even more practical than what we've done in the past, because what we want to do, so this week, let's unpack what we're doing first, then we'll go into the meat and potatoes. Love my meat and potatoes. I just love food. This week, we're going to talk about what am I in the room for? So this is going to be more around what should I have eyes for? Where am I positioning myself? And then next week, I want to talk a little more about the structure of a program and what I should be doing in the different elements of the program. So that'll be next week. But this week, I want to unpack more of those soft skills about what that looks like. So
let's do it.
I reckon let's just jump straight into it. Here we go. Okay, so I've got a few notes. I'm probably going to lean into my notes a fair bit on this one.
Let's do it.
There's heaps of points.
If you're prepared well, Buckle, might as well utilize them.
Well, this is also true. So point 1, just being there matters.
Yep.
You are stepping into a room, and if you've been doing it forever, you probably know this, but we still want to help you. But if you are new, maybe this is your first couple of weeks in serving, you just being there actually matters. You might be thinking, I'm just standing here near the sign-in desk, or I'm just here in the room, like I'm not responsible for running anything, like what? But your presence is powerful. The fact that kids see that you were willing to take time out of your life and be in their kids' room to help be a part of their experience, you're already on the front foot. And so what we can do is, what does my presence do? Well, I'm not there to be a bouncer, which we talked about the other week. You are in the room to be a bridge builder.
Yep.
And there's 3 things we want to try to build bridges to. One is we want to try and help kids connect with each other.
Yep.
We want kids to be able to connect with you, their leader. We want them to know and trust you. And ultimately, we want them to build a bridge to a relationship with Jesus. And so the things that we do in the room, even if you're in there for the first time, it's purely the only thing you're able to bring with your skill set is your presence, because you don't know how to be on stage, or you don't know how to run a game or anything like that. What are the kids doing? Just be aware of what's happening and be a part of it.
Yeah.
So if you are a sporty leader and the boys are playing handball, introduce yourself. Hey guys, my name's Buckle. I've just started serving in kids. Can I play handball with you guys? Or if there's kids doing colorings, hey girls, or hey guys, what are we coloring? My name's Buckle. Nice to meet you all. Introduce the names. Get in and color. Like, you're not there to be a bouncer. A bouncer stands at a distance and just observes. We are there to keep them safe, but you're in the room to build relationships. So how do you be a part of those moments and get to know the kids, try and remember their names, introduce with your name, like create these moments where you don't need to be the loudest or the most confident. Kids aren't fazed about that. Kids care about, do you care?
Yeah.
Like, it's our saying here is like, who you are to me matters more than what you do for me. It's just the fact that you're there and you're interested in their world.
And I think doubling down on that, Buckle, is that we said, hey, if you're a sporty person, maybe do handball. If you're not a sporty person, like, I found it some of my greatest connection moments to kids. I suck at coloring. Like I cannot tell you how bad I am, but it's when I could color in at playtime with the kids when they are like, hey, I actually can't draw. Can you teach me how to draw?
Yep.
There's a beautiful relationship and dynamic where kids feel like, oh, I actually know something that I can share with someone that I'm passionate about with someone that is more of a novice than me. So if you're like, I got no idea how to play this game, guys, but I want to get involved. Like, I guess what I'm trying to encourage is don't be like, oh no, I don't know how I look. The kids will kind of think I'm bad at this.
Let them
That's
teach
okay.
you.
Just preface it. Say, hey, I'm new at this. I have no idea how this game works. I've got no idea how this coloring. Show me. I'd love to learn. And then low key over time, because you're an adult, you kind of pick it up quicker, which means then you actually get good and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm always better than you. And they're like, oh no, you can't be better than me. And then it builds like this nice, beautiful relationship, which started from them being able to teach you, which they love the opportunity to.
Well, we've had that. Have you seen, there was a game called, I think it was called Spot It. It was like these little round cards. I'd never played it before.
Love Spot It.
And the kids are all there playing and I'm like, what is this game? So I walk over and I'm like, these weren't kids I knew. I was serving at like a conference, like I was a fill-in volunteer. And I was like, hey guys, my name's Buckle. What are you playing? And they're like, oh, it's this game Spot It. And they explained how you get given a card with like 9 different pictures on it. And then another card gets played and you've got to find a duplicate image. And the first one to do that, it's like reverse snap, right? And you take the card. So I let them teach me. And it was the greatest bonding moment because the kids felt amazing being the one to educate me. It's like, what, you're a grown-up and you don't know?
And then when you get good, they feel a sense of pride because they've taught you how to like do it. And they're like, wow, like I must be a great teacher. It's like, well, I mean, you are.
And you celebrate them. I won only because of you.
Yep.
You know, because now you're creating opportunities where in the room, you're just involved in their world.
Yeah.
So if it is your first time, don't be afraid to step in and just ask kids questions. Hey, what are you doing? Can I join in? Like these are your 2 most amazing sentences. My name is Buckle. What are you guys doing? Can I join in?
Yeah.
And if you don't know how, ask them to teach you how. And just do what's in your wheelhouse. So if you do have a bad back, you don't have to go play basketball.
Yeah.
Do what's safe for you. We talked about make it safe way back. But yeah, like what does that look like for you in the room? You guys are on the front line. Presence. Like have you seen the difference between a teacher that's present and a leader that's just there?
Yeah. There's such a dramatic difference. Like from an education standpoint, like we talk about, I do relief work as well as work here. And the difference that I talk to full-time teachers when I come in relief, they go, oh my goodness, thank you so much, Noah, that you're here to relieve my class because I know that you will be a teacher that will teach my kids and be with them in the room because there are some relief teachers, unfortunately, that sort of just stand there and go, sweet, done.
But tick boxes.
The difference in that is just incredible. I've got a little bit of an imagery story, if I can take you there, Buckle.
Let's do it.
So there's a farmer. The farmer is a cow farmer. He's got heaps of cows, heaps of land. He's got so much land, he doesn't have enough money to build a fence around his land and keep the cows from leaving his land. So what does he do, Buckle?
Interesting. And I'd like you to tell me the answer.
He puts a water fountain in the middle of his land.
Amazing.
So the cows have to always come back to the middle to survive. In the same essence, as a leader, you are not a bouncer that's going to be building a fence. You're not going around the outside to keep the kids where they're meant to be.
Correct.
If you plant yourself in the middle of whatever's happening, the kids will gravitate to you. They want to get involved in what you're doing. And in the same breath, when you come into a room, don't be like, oh, they're doing that or that. Just be involved. Whatever you're doing, I guarantee that whatever you're doing will attract even more kids than what happens. We played literally on Sunday, the last time I just served.
We love
and myself and another leader started there because we only had because the kids were just slowly trickling in. So we're like, we started a Uno game. By the time that all the kids came in, 50% of them were in that Uno game because that was just where we were when it started. So then I subbed out, I went to the other kids, but he stayed with those kids. And that took out 50% of our kids occupied, enjoying themselves in kids ministry.
So good.
Just because I was the watering fountain at the start where the kids came to congregate.
It's not even in my notes, but I'm going to make it a point. Become the place to be.
Yep.
You become the place to be. That's your goal. Be the place where kids want to be around you because you've shown them that you want to lean into who they are and what they're doing.
Absolutely.
So that's part 1. It's the idea of presence. And I think hopefully you understand that. And feel free to kick back and rewatch elements of this episode if it's going to help you. Now, number 2, we are going to jump into the supervision element of it because you are also there to keep them safe without being a bouncer. But this is one of my tips to my team when I'm training them in the ideas like eyes for the room, like eyes up, is we're watching the room. We're not watching the program.
Yeah.
So if something epic is happening on stage, it's really easy as the leaders to just get focused on what everyone is seeing. But like I have a friend of mine, and I think she quoted it from a chick flick movie, But it was some quote where it's like, oh, I love at weddings. I don't look at the bride on stage. I like to turn around and, the bride walking down. I want to turn around and see the groom. I want to see the unseen. And so us as leaders, that's our moment in the room, is to see the unseen.
Yep.
So if all the kids are watching something, we're not watching the something with them all the time. We're also watching the unseen. So one thing is, and this will come over time as you learn, but where are the entries and exits to your room? Where's the direction to the bathroom? What's happening on the fringes of where all your kids are sitting? What we can do is we're not just watching the program, we're watching the room.
Yeah.
And so we're seeing, are kids on the side not paying attention? Are they being rowdy? Is there a kid that's is having eyes for the exit and they're not meant to leave? We're having eyes for the unseen. So this is things like, is there a kid sitting alone?
Yep.
All the kids are engaged and laughing on stage, but there's this one kid sitting alone. No one else saw that, but you might have.
Yeah.
And now you can go and sit with them.
Doubling down on that, I think when something engaging is happening on the stage or in the front and your leader that is leading the room is doing something, I reckon 80% of kids will be fully engaged in that.
Correct.
And that's sweet. But therefore that still leaves 20%. So you got 5 kids, there is one kid there that is therefore your kid. Like that's the one yours, that you're keeping the eye on.
Yep. So it's like a child sitting alone. Is someone looking overwhelmed?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's a louder, more intense service and there's a kid that isn't coping with that. You might have eyes for them and be able to come and sit alongside that kid and be their support.
Doubling down on that again. Sorry, just keep doubling down.
So Noah has a behavior management background. So this is why I bring him in, because he's going to hit all the things that I don't know how to say. So I'm pumped for it.
This is great. So doubling down on like when a child is looking overwhelmed, you may think, oh, there's someone that's got more experience or someone that is more capable to deal with a child with emotions, will deal with stuff that's going on. But the person that's more experienced will probably be the room leader. Therefore, they'll probably be the person on stage. Therefore, they've actually they're stuck. They've got the 80% of the kids. They can't deal with the one.
Yep.
So it actually is your opportunity and your responsibility to be like, hey, I can come along to this child. And if you imagine being an overwhelmed child and you have the room leader in front of the room, hey, John, you all right there, pal? Yeah, you seem a bit bit on there, man.
So jarring.
Like, whereas if you just came, sat beside me, hey, you okay, mate? Like, oh no, that's okay. Hey, let's grab a drink of water together. Let's go to the cup station.
Yeah.
Great, grab some water. It's a nice reset. That's exactly right. So, having the eyes for that last 20%, which are the kids that are overwhelmed, that are a bit distanced, maybe they're new, they are the kids that you get to really connect with, which is an incredible thing, in my opinion, where the new leader gets to connect to the new kid.
I know, that's cool.
It's just like, oh, we're in this together, sort of like bonding thing. So yeah.
Well, actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because that now ties back into the idea you're not there to be a bouncer. You're there to be a bridge builder.
100%.
And you're building bridges with these kids that might feel isolated. You're connecting to their world where they feel like they're an island unto themselves. Another one is maybe there's a kid that's trying to connect, but they're not sure how. Like you might see that kid and they're sort of doing the hovering and they're looking at the handball or they're looking at and they're just not sure whether they can ingratiate themselves into that environment. You can be that connection. You can be the bridge builder. Hey, Noah, I see you're lying. Do you want to come? I really want to go play Uno. Do you want to come play Uno with me and the guys? Yeah, that'd be cool. And now the two of you together go over and then you introduce, hey, Noah, this is Jack, this is Justin, this is Chris. And all of a sudden I built a bridge between you and them, because me as the leader, I wasn't watching the program, I'm watching the room.
Yeah. And doubling down on that again, down.
I love it. We're doubling down all the way.
Is the child, if you say, hey, you want to come join? And they like go, oh, no, it's okay. But they want to join. Like there is definitely, they're eyeing it out. They want to be a part of it. Like you can rephrase that by saying, hey, I would love for you to come play with me. I would love for you to join us. Because then the child's like, oh, okay, well, if I'm wanted, then I can see that I can be a part of it. Like there's sometimes, especially if kids are new, there's this barrier of, I'm not sure if I will fit in. And therefore I'd rather not risk the embarrassment or risk the conflict. And I'd rather just stay reserved. That's a protective human thing that we all do. So if I want you to be a part.
It's not being sent somewhere. It's an invitation to join you in something.
100%.
You become their safe space while they connect with everybody else.
Yep.
All right, let's move on. This is so much fun. I love this topic so much. Okay, so we had presence in the room, but then watch the room, not the program. And then now we've got ministry in the margins.
Ooh.
So you as a new leader or even just a volunteer in the room that has been serving, you may not be the one leading worship. You may not be the MC. You might not be the preaching, but you are doing ministry. You see, these moments that we've just spoken about, that's ministry.
100%.
That is ministry.
That's
you are
almost
ministering
the best
to
form.
those kids. Because on stage, when I preach, one of the things I always try to do is build a connection with the audience, with my kids.
Yep.
But I'm trying to do that with like 10, 20, 30, 40 kids at a time. which means I'm not always going to succeed. But if you're connecting with one-on-one, you now have built that relationship to now do ministry. You can do things like, all right, that, Noah's now joining me to play Uno or to do coloring. Hey, Noah, how's your week been?
Yeah.
Had a good week, actually. We had a sports tournament and we won. Dude, that's awesome. Celebrating you. Or we had a bit of a rough week. My mum's been sick. Bro, can I pray for you? Now I'm praying for you. I'm getting involved in your world. Now I'm ministering.
Yep.
And now we've built this relationship. And usually this happens before the service even starts.
Yep.
Now when we're doing the service together, if I see maybe you've done praise and worship and maybe there's a moment where whoever's emceeing or leading is given an opportunity to pray for kids. Well, now boys with boys, girls with girls, now I can be like, oh, hey, can I pray for you? We already have an existing relationship. Now I can minister to you. I might not be ministering to the entire room, but I'm ministering to you and I'm praying for you. Then when we get into our small group, we sit down together and now we're unpacking what the Bible says. And if you're a new leader, you're probably not running your own small group. You're probably tagging along with another leader. Sit next to the kid you're connected with.
Absolutely.
Be in their world. If they're doing a worksheet, do the worksheet with them. Ask questions. Like it's this ministry in the margins. It's all the things that are out. Next week, we'll talk about like the run sheet in the program, but it's all the things that sit in between the run sheet, in the transitions.
Yeah.
How are you helping Noah, whoever it is, your mate, transition between elements on the run sheet? It's this ministry in the margins. So things like sitting with the kid who's sad, high-fiving a shy kid who's finally joined a game and celebrating, listening while someone opens up about the pros or the cons of the way their week has been. These aren't filler moments. They're foundational moments.
Definitely. Absolutely. And I think like all of these moments are highlighting the one. Like they're highlighting, like we are looking as, like to reference the Bible, like it's the 100 sheep, it's the one that's gone missing. Like the room leader or whatever the program that has been created usually will have the 99, as we talked about that whole 80% thing. Like, but you have the blessed ability as the, like just the leader in the room to look after the one, to be there for the one, to search out that child looks shy, that child isn't involved in a game. Like we are looking for the kids that haven't already built their relationships. We're looking for the kids that are like, oh, this is a bit too much for me. Whatever that space looks like, they are the kids that you're wanting to connect with. So if you can find that and therefore build relationship with them, you are 100% doing ministry. You're doing ministry in that moment, as Buckle, you said, like praying for them, talking to them about their week, but it's also setting them up to enjoy ministry as in kids ministry.
Yeah, they
as
want
a
to
whole.
be there.
They now want to be there, want to be a part of kids ministry, and they will then become the kids that feel safe and connected with the rest of the congregation. And right in time for that, they'll be the next one.
Exactly. And the beauty of you being, if you're a newer leader, is you're probably not responsible for running programs.
100%.
You are the freest leader to do this.
Absolutely.
So this is why this is so much more important for you, because those of us running program and running team, we get caught. We can't always do this, but you can. So this is my wrap up point is this. You are there to create a sense of belonging, and everything we've talked about is creating good soil in a kid's heart so that when the seed of Jesus is planted in their heart, it can grow.
Yeah.
You're the one that's created the good soil in their life for Jesus to be a part of their future.
That's good, Buckle.
So what are some quick wins? Focus on a kid. Find the one this week. Even if it's your first week this Sunday, obviously do the safety stuff first because there's safe ways that we build relationship with kids. That's why we started with our 5 foundations: safe, fun, personal, better, Jesus. But find the one. Be mindful. Look at your the room, not just the program, and try to create a sense of belonging. If you do nothing else on your first week other than make a kid feel like they belong, you've won.
Absolutely.
That's the win. But hey, like we said, everything we do here is so that you can be the most amazing leader and so that we can help you to reach a digital generation with a timeless message of Jesus. And we do that because we're crowdfunded by people like you. So we'd love you to consider supporting us. Buy us a coffee every week. Head over to lmnetwork.com.au/podcast. Click donate in the upper right corner. And we're looking for monthly givers, people that can give every month, whether it's $5, $10, $20 a month, whatever that looks like for you, or if you're a business owner and you can give more, it allows us to plan ahead, know what we can keep producing and keep resourcing the kingdom to present this timeless message of Jesus to a digital generation. My name is Buckle.
I'm Noah.
And next week we're doing part 2 of what do I do in the program. See you then.
Peace.